right? Gosh, we could use a lot of that snow. No doubt about it, Alana.
Teens in Florida, hello, please give back our winter. I mean, I just feel like at this point, it's wild. We know winter weather affecting millions of Americans, but here in the Beehive State, we've got a warming trend, that high pressure taking over. Happy Friday Eve, folks. Live view from West Valley as you look towards the Wasatch Mountains. There's snow at the top, but gosh, we haven't seen a lot of it. Yesterday was a nice little break as we saw some snow showers move through, reminding us that winter's there. Out to view, looking into the Salt Lake Valley, there's that inversion layer. You also see some cloud cover streaming in, high thin cloud cover. As we take a look at the satellite radar, you see why, because those clouds are getting caught up in our northwest flow. We're going to push them in to the metro area as we get through the next couple of hours, high pressure taking over. West Valley time lapse shows the dense fog we saw this morning. This was on the eastern side of the Great Salt Lake and up in Cache Valley. Look at how visibility was really tough. It clears, and then look at the inversion. So, I mean, two different weather phenomena caught on this time lapse within West Valley, but we do anticipate that not just air quality to remain in the moderate category or haze to stay there, but also fog to return. We're looking at Davis, Salt Lake, and Utah counties for moderate air as we close out the work week. Cleaner air for the rest of northern Utah, the Wasatch back, the eastern side of the state, and down south. We just know the Wasatch Front struggles with this, and we are going to see the inversion set up strengthen as we make it through the weekend, so that haze will be a little more noticeable. Live view from our Black Desert Sky Cam, 59 in Ivins. St. George also climbing into the upper 50s. Oh, 59 in St. George right now. 20s, 30s, and 40s up north. Logan is a little socked in. They had a freezing fog advisory this morning that held on for several hours. They'll likely see that again into the 30s in Provo and Heber, Salt Lake, 40s on the eastern side of the state. For the next several hours along the Wasatch Front, we'll drop into the mid-30s by ABC4 News at 10, but expect that cloud cover. We'll see that deck of clouds in the next hour for mostly cloudy skies, then becoming partly cloudy as we head overnight. Here's your future visibility. It's going to show where that fog develops again, especially areas where we just had that moisture, so Syracuse, Clearfield. But you see it really over the lake into Tooele County and then up near Cache Valley. We could see patchy, dense fog redevelop, and it could impact your morning commute. So that high pressure is back. We say hi to high pressure even when we want to say bye to high pressure. We look at our drought monitor because these are the newest findings. They come out on Thursday. We have not shifted since last week, so 94% of Utah remains in the moderate drought category, 42% in the severe category. Here's where I'm a little concerned, friends. Looking at the Utah snowpack and snow water equivalent, that is our SWE. We're sitting at 5.1 inches. So if we took our snow right now and melted it into a liquid, 5.1 inches. Average is 8.7. It's quite the spread. But here's what's interesting. The lowest snowpack has ever been on January 31st is 5.2 inches. So we could break a record at the end of this month for the least amount of snow water equivalent. That is not a good winter. And I know everyone's saying, the valleys aren't doing that. You're right. We've seen rain. But that's not a good winter, and that's not great snowpack. Unfortunately, we don't see a break in the pattern because this dome of high pressure builds back from the southwest, bringing that warming trend, holding on to haze. See how those storms go around us? That's why everybody else is seeing the cold. That's why Florida's in the teens, and we've got snow in the Midwest. We were hoping this storm could graze northern Utah Monday, Tuesday with a chance of moisture. Models pulling back now, looking like it could be a dry cold front. Maybe it'll take the edge off the inversion, but the high comes back, flexes its muscles, and there we go again. Futurecast stays really quiet because of our high pressure. Just want to show you a sliver of moisture as that front comes through on Monday. There it is. Does it look impressive? And models can flip-flop a couple of times. Maybe they'll bring it back. Maybe they won't. It's several days away. We're going to watch it evolve. Temperatures into tomorrow. We'll be getting into the 40s and upper 40s at that 61 in St. George. Checking out the next 7 days here, you're going to see those numbers in the 60s, close to 70 degrees. A lot of people will hit the golf course with that. And then the Wasatch Front 7-day here brings us into the 50s. Inversion can moderate it. End of the weekend at 69. Say goodbye to Wesley Ruff because he just saw that and he's going to pack the golf clubs and be like, bye, not talking to you guys again.
No doubt.
You're
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, you're real quick. You're hitting